The first stitch on our sampler will be the running stitch. This is a stitch you may already know from your construction courses. It's really one of the most basic stitches. It's very similar to a basting stitch, except that running stitches are smaller. They're really never more than 3/8 of an inch long, and the distance is always the same as the length of the stitch. And it's used to temporarily control fullness. Sometimes it's used for a tailor tack, holding together layers of material permanently, where you will see in tailoring, if you ever open up a tailored jacket, you'll see a lot of the stitches are left behind, and they're actually functional, particularly in the case of the running stitch where it's holding layers together. Sometimes you'll see this around the sleeve head, again, if you open up a jacket. So let's take a look at how to do the running stitch. Okay, so I've threaded my needle. I have my knot. You will need a knot for this. I'm going to talk a lot about knots, burying knots, when they're needed and when they're not. But basically with the basting stitch, the running stitch, you're going to go into the fabric and come out the other side. And then again, 3/8, no more than 3/8 of an inch away, you're going to come out the other side. Same thing, in to behind the fabric and out to the right side. In the case of a running stitch, you do want to leave your knots at the top, because sometimes you want to be able to get rid of this stitch if it's showing, so you want to be able to clip that and then it'll easily come apart. So also when you get to the end, depending on what you're using this for, you can knot off. So I want to come over another 3/8 of an inch here and take my loop, make another loop, take my needle, go through the loop, make a knot, and then clip my thread. Okay, again, it doesn't have to be secure because it's typically a thread that gets removed. If you are going to leave it inside the jacket, then I would probably double knot it here. But you do want to make sure, if you do that you get rid of your thread. If you have a single knot, leave a long thread. If you're going to leave it in the jacket, then I would take the thread and clip it off. And that's your basic running stitch.